Hello everyone, greetings. Welcome to the fifth edition of Coachability. Coachability is a platform designed by ICF Chennai Charter Chapter specifically for our M&A community who wish to give it back to the community in form of the best practices, the tools, techniques, the frameworks which has found very beneficial in their coaching journey. Right now, today, we have with us an MCC coach, Rekha Hatkanagalekar. She's a very seasoned leadership and life coach with nearly 4,000 plus hours of coaching. Rekha brings a rare blend of strategic insight and deep empathy to her work with founders, CXOs, and emerging leaders. Her professional journey is enriched by her personal development path. A landmark education leader, a long-time student of transactional analysis, and a Isha Yoga practitioner. Today, Rekha will be exploring the powerful world of psychodrama, continuing to deepen her practice and expand the way she supports transformational journeys. Welcome, Rekha. And also, I would like to add that Rekha is going through a very difficult time with a very close personal loss, but she still agreed to honor her commitment for this session. We are greatly grateful for that, Rekha. And with that, I would like to hand over the platform to you. Thank you.
Integrate. So when I did landmark education, I look at how I can integrate what I got from there, how I can integrate what I got from transactional analysis. It's all about integration and synthesis. So if I have to speak in mathematical terms, I'm not much of a differentiator, I'm more of an integrator. Maybe that's why I cannot talk about myself and how do I differentiate myself as a coach, and which is perhaps what is more required when you're selling yourself. But yeah, that doesn't appeal to me. Integration and knitting together to create a whole picture is something that appeals to me much more. So that is the background and that is the context with which I keep on collecting different. I keep on learning, keep on studying different things. And when I study all those things, I see how I can bring it all together to make sense. So that's how psychodrama. Psychodrama happened in my life accidentally, or if one says there are no accidents in life, no coincidences in life, then maybe so. I don't know what was the reason it came into my life when it did. But 2023 November is when I got into the world of psychodrama. And since then, I have had about 12 days of full days of intensive training spread across this time frame with lots of practice in between. Couple of things I want to share how it impacted me personally so that you can understand how I relate to it. At this juncture of my life, when I have been through so many different types of interventions, right? Coaching came into my life very late. I was into landmark education where we do a lot of self-work. I was into transactional analysis where we do a lot of self-work. Isha practitioner for many years, so a lot of self-work at a different level. Then I got into coaching. And when I got into coaching, I thought everything is sorted now. I know myself, and and there won't be any unpleasant or unexpected surprises, at least, like, oh, how come kind of things? Because, I know myself pretty well. But hello, in coaching, I got to know that I may know some things about myself, but I didn't know that those same things showed up in different situations and there are different shades of the same thing, right? So that was a new thing for me in coaching. And when we talk about a new awareness in coaching or aha moments in coaching, I may not have had aha moments, but definitely same awareness in different contexts. When I got into psychodrama, I had thought that, okay, now I have figured out much more through coaching, etc. So what is there now? But there were very deep level insights that I got into psychodrama, which actually I hadn't got through coaching. And because that's the way psychodrama works, it's so powerful. Yeah. So one of the things that I got was when we do psychodrama, we talk about roles that we play. And let's say I'm playing the role of a mother. Now, even when I'm playing the role of a mother, there are shades of that role that I'm playing, right? I'm a loving mother, then I'm a frustrated mother, I'm an indifferent mother, I'm an angry mother, I'm a joyous mother. So there are different shades. And I found through the work that I did on myself in psychodrama that there is one shade of myself which has never been expressed. or it has been extremely suppressed, and which is of being a carefree mother. A carefree mother, a free mother, a free child mother, a fun-loving mother. And, I saw that in the absence of that, so many other ways had become unnecessarily too significant. And when I got that, I got the possibility of being carefree in my role as a mother. And I don't have to carry myself very significantly and all the time being worried and all the time the pressure of performance as a mother. That was a big, big, big shift for me. And it presented many possibilities which I had not seen earlier through the dramas that we played out. Another big one that I got, which was really, really huge for me, was, so just to share a little about my background. My father I come from a Brahmin family, and in any Brahmin family, the only wealth that Brahmins had was education. So obviously the focus was heavily on education, and anything that whatever education you're into, you have to be the best in it, was my father's thing. And I was his best girl. And I never realized what the meaning of best girl was till I did this psychodrama. And so I was always his best girl, and I had to be the best singer, the best dancer, the best academic performer, the best everything. And somewhere I created a script within myself that, I'll never meet expectations because I cannot be the best in everything. I cannot be the best in anything for that matter, because there's always someone who will show up who's better. I mean, how do you remain the best, right? Doesn't make sense. But in the psychodrama, one of the dramas that got played out, we had to come and we had to perform something over there. And I realized that, and as a coach, we had to show up. And I realized that there were other people who were showing up as coaches way better than me. And I'm sitting there saying, what is this? You're an MCC and you should be much better than these people. Why are you not able to think what they're thinking and do what they're doing? Come on, show up. And I was sitting there feeling so dejected and saying, what is the use of my credential and so many hours of coaching if others are going to come and be better than me? And then when we were dismantling the drama, I saw, oh my God, this I have to be the best is a voice that my father's voice, which I have carried in my head, unknown to me, unconscious to me for so many years. It's not my voice. And so I could tell it, and I could talk to my father over there in the heavens that, what is this? You put your voice in my head. Now you take it back. I don't want it. This is not my voice. I am the best is not my voice. I will not live with that voice in my head. You cannot imagine the freedom. I don't have to show up now as my best, right? I don't have to be the best coach, the best mentor, the best trainer. I don't have to be the best here now. So that's the possibility of psychodrama for me. Yeah. And then I saw that, okay, there are certain tools and techniques that I can now use. So I have used some of them in supervision. I haven't experimented so much with coaching yet, a little bit, but not too much. Now, the thing about psychodrama is it's a drama, right? So it's a drama, so there is action. Yeah. There is a stage, there is a director, there is a protagonist, there are auxiliary egos, and there is a audience. So these are the 5 participants of a psychodrama. It works best in a group, and it works best when you're doing it face to face. So how do I experiment with it? Because all my sessions are online. So what I realized is there is some tools which I can still use, and that is what I'm going to introduce you to today, which you can use very powerfully, for which your client doesn't have to know anything about psychodrama. It's a very simple self-explanatory tool, and you can do it in virtual mode. Nice, na? So that's what I'm going to be talking about. Yeah. So thank you everyone for so many emojis. Let me just share. Can I, Aruna, can you give me permission to share? Yeah, okay. I think I got it now. Okay. So we are going to look at how marrying psychodrama in coaching can create magic for our clients. That's why I call it magic of psychodrama in coaching. Yeah. Let's look at some key principles. I already shared with you how it was for my life. Look at the briefly very key principles, which I find very attractive. So it was developed by this person called Jacob Levi Moreno, who's a Romanian American psychiatrist. Strangely, most psychologists have emerged from psychiatry. That is something I have realized over time. And he is also the pioneer of group psychotherapy. He's the father of psychodrama. And his premise was that dramatic action and exaggerated action helps bring out feelings and thoughts and emotions which are not so easy to be articulated in words. So his play was on the limitation of words. And for me, that was very significant because if you see in coaching, there's a lot of focus and emphasis on words. There's a lot of focus and emphasis on the left side of our brain, the cognitive left side of our brain. A lot of thinking is happening, a lot of logic is happening, a lot of rational thought is happening. But very little focus and very little opportunity is given to the right side of the brain, which is where Moreno focused. Yeah. So he says that this is it's an experiential method. You have to experience it, which means you cannot talk about it or you cannot demonstrate it. You just have to experience the drama. It's a dramatic action in order to explore self. So it's to explore your intra-psychic processes as well as interactions with others. What is your relationship with others? So it is inter and intrapersonal relationships. That's what is interesting. Obviously, because you are talking about deep-seated emotions and the deep-seated feelings and thoughts, it has to be in a very safe, and my personal experience was that the safe container that psychodrama presents is way more intense than what the coaching container is. So it's a safe, confidential, empathic, warm container, in which you can really show up, in which you can tell the truth. So he calls it the theater of truth. In this theater, you can tell the truth, and you show it. You don't talk about it. You don't tell, you show it. So our clients, when we ask them how we are feeling, what are you thinking, they talk about it. So psychodrama is about showing it. So you sculpt it, you build it, you enact it, and that's how it becomes more alive for you. Like we say, a picture speaks 1,000 words, right? That way. So here what is done is you're using the body. So you're using your whole body, the emotions and the feelings that are coming up in your body, which then inform the emotions, which then inform the thoughts. So it's a reverse process. You're not saying what are you thinking and then what are you feeling at emotions level and what are you feeling at body level. You go the other way around, saying what are you feeling in the body, then what does that mean in terms of emotions, and then what are you thinking about it. Yeah. And I loved this, that it's considered a royal road to right brain functioning. So the entire focus is on the right brain. So it's all about mining what's going on in the right brain, bringing it to the fore so that then the left brain can process and make sense of it. You're not isolating the left brain, but that is not where you're most engaged. You're most engaged in the right brain to mine data and information. Yeah. Now, what is the whole purpose of psychodrama? So the whole purpose of psychodrama is for all of us are playing so many roles in our lives, right? Now, for us to become more progressive in those roles, to increase the repertoire of roles and to become creative and spontaneous in those roles and go away with accessing much more energy than how we came in. Remember, that's what coaching is about. Client going away more resourceful than how they came in. So here you're going away with more energy. And increasing repertoire of roles means what? These are roles where adjectives have been assigned to the role. Role is not just that of a coach. Role is not just that of a mother. Role is not just that of a leader. Role is about what kind of a leader, what kind of a coach, what kind of a mother, right? And many more kind of dimensions of the same role becomes accessible to you through psychodrama. Yeah. So since I'm not able to see anybody, I'm not sure what's happening over there. Also, I'm not able to see any chat messages. Can we leave all questions to the end? Unless there is something so burning, you have to enact it right now. All questions only in action. Just joking. Is there any question for anybody? No?
Everybody is acting, so putting
No, I'm not able to see your actions.
No emojis are happening, no?
Okay. Okay. So let's go on to, so this is psychodrama in brief. Okay. Let me talk now about the social atom. So what is the social atom? Now, psychodrama explores the inner world. Sociometry explores the external world, and social atom is something that helps us to look at internal world in the context of external world. Now, in parallel to coaching, we can look at it as individual coaching versus systemic coaching. We often tend to look at our clients as if they are operating in a vacuum, which they never are. None of us are operating in a vacuum. We are always operating in a certain context, right? The context could be that of people around you, circumstances around you, and the circumstances around you dictating how you're feeling, how you're thinking, and so on. So social atom helps to marry the two, and helps the person focus on everything that is happening in the context of their environment, right? So it is basically a visual representation. A social atom is a visual representation. It's a diagram where you're looking at the different close relationships in your life. Now, the atom can be used in three ways. You can use it for the present. So it's the present day social atom. So how is your life right now? Who are the people in your life right now who are important to you? What are the objects in your life which are important to you? Career, money, family, nature, trees, mountains, rivers, whatever it is. You know, these are things which are important to you. And you have a certain relationship with those things, right? You like to be in nature, or you don't like to be in nature. You want a lot of money. You're attracted to a lot of money. So all these are relationships. So what are your relationships in the present day? That is one way of representing the atom. Family of origin social atom talks about the past, which is, in which family did you originate? What was the scenario at that time? In that family, where were you? What was your status in that family? And what psychodrama says is that the way we were in that family oftentimes shows up the rest of our lives. Now, when I was looking at this, I realized it's so true. I'm the third born in my family. So I have, out of 4 siblings, I'm the third born. And I know that I was always looked at as somebody who's, you don't know anything, kind of a thing. You know, you should listen to your elders. You don't know anything much. Or when the younger was born, you should take care of the younger. You should listen to the elders. And I think somewhere that got set in me. And even to this day, unconscious to me, if there is some figure of authority or if there is some expert around me, I automatically become closed. I automatically forget my own capability, my own agency, somehow it just gets eclipsed till I become aware of it. But the default mode is getting eclipsed. So that plays a very important role. And then there is the future projection social atom. How would you like your relationships to look like? Your career to look like? Your goals to look like? So that's the future. And if you see, interestingly, the future projection social atom kind of links to we talking about goals with our client, right? What are their objectives? What are they coming into the coaching engagement for? What do they want out of it in terms of concrete goals? We look at present day social atom when we're talking about what is happening in your life right now, and then how can you move to the goals. We don't really go into the family of origin social atom because we say don't go into the past, though we know it influences the present to a large extent. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing now, and I'm going to tell you how we are going to do the rest of now. So all this while I was talking. Now you're going to do the work, okay? Would you like to do the work? Excited? So we are going to see how to use social atom in a coaching setup. That's what it is all about, today's session, right? Okay. So everybody get pen and paper. If you can get a large paper, that is best, like a chart paper if you have. Pen, pencil, whatever, but get a paper of as large as you can. I know I could have set this up earlier, but
We can use multiple papers. Is it okay?
Absolutely, you can use whatever you want, but it's going to be, you're going to be drawing things. So give space.
Or can we use a whiteboard?
You can use a whiteboard. You can use anything that you can write on.
That's a good idea, whiteboard.
But 1 minute, you're going to be in, going to go into breakout rooms and you're going to be sharing that. Okay, so you should use something which you can share with the other person in the room. If you can share your whiteboard, then
Yeah.
I think we can share that.
yeah, fair enough. So whoever is not ready, let me know you're not ready with a thumbs up. Else I will move ahead. Everybody is ready. Okay, great. Okay. Now there are certain notations that you need to use. So let me share those notations with you. Okay, so these are the notations, okay? Circle for a female, triangle for male. I'm going to keep this on, so don't have to write it. Now, you first need to identify which one you are. You can use, there is no star here because this is a little dated, 2009. You can use a star to represent a neuter or genderless. Here, square genderless represents objects actually, not a person. So you can represent that with a star. Use a square for objects and for institutions, large groupings, time, money, whatever you want, that is an object. You may have someone who is diseased, but it may still be a close relationship for you. So make it into a dotted circle, dotted triangle. Use these to indicate attraction, rejection, and indifference. Okay, the bars. Now, what is your job? So your first job is to prepare the social atom, your social atom. Now, you can either use the present day social atom or you can use the future projection social atom. It's up to you. Present day represents how things are right now. Future represent what you want in future or how you imagine the future to be. Okay, but the atom representation will be the same. So now use this. If you're a female and you want to use a circle, use that. Male, use a triangle. Queer, use a star. And place yourself first anywhere on that paper or on the whiteboard. So you can use that notation. You can choose the size. You can choose the place, but place yourself first. Now, once you have placed yourself, look at all the significant relationships that are in your life as right now or in future, and place them as near or distant from you as you wish, and make them as small or big as you wish. Now, once everyone is finished doing this, and if you want a refresher of the notations, here they are. So once everybody has finished doing this, then we will go into breakout rooms. And then I'll tell you what you should do there. Okay.
Sorry, Rekha, could we please see what to do, the steps 1 and 2? Thank you.
The 2 will happen only when you're going into the room. So don't look at that right now. I will tell you.
Okay.
Just do the atom right now. Take your time. We have enough time. Don't worry.
Can you just go back?
Where? Notations?
Yes.
Okay.
Rekha, to show the mutual attraction, rejection, indifference, are these lines with the people?
With you. Yes, with you.
Okay.
And if it is not mutual, if it is only one way, you may want to draw an arrow. You feel that there is rejection from somebody, but you have not rejected, or vice versa. Then you may want to draw an arrow. Direction of the arrow is up to you because you're going to be interpreting that anyway. Make it as detailed as you can, okay? Because this is going to be the basis of your work in the breakout room. And like we say in coaching, right? Bring as real issue as you can so that you get value. If everyone has got this, I'm going to stop sharing it.
So, Rekha, a question here.
Yes, Jane.
Mutual attraction. So, what is it mutual? Who are the parties?
You and the other.
Could be anybody.
Yeah, absolutely. It could be you and time or you and money also. Though I don't see how that could be mutual, but yeah. But it could be. You feel money is as attracted to you as you are attracted to money. Now, remember, you're either doing present day or you're doing future. Either is okay. And there could be a difference between the two. Don't worry about getting it right.
But currently we are working only on current, means either of the three, either present, current, or all three also can
No,
be done.
no. Use only one, and as far as possible, don't do the
Yeah.
family of origin one. We don't want to
Yeah.
relate
Yeah.
to the past right now.
Understood. Understood.
Yeah. Those are very useful in therapy.
Rekha, can you please bring back the screen for us
Sure.
to see that?
Sure. This is what you want to see, or the
Yeah.
earlier?
Thank you, Rekha.
Okay.
Rekha, quick recap. So I choose me and then someone or something, first step.
Yeah.
And then, so when you say either current or mutual, what do you mean by that?
Either current or future.
Future, future. What do you mean by that?
So present day is how according to you your relationships are right now.
Okay.
Future is how you would like them to be, or
Okay.
how you imagine them to be. It's like that's where I would like to be.
Okay. So kind of I work, my focus is on the future, how I would love that relation, to be.
Sure.
Then I see all the three coming in. There is mutual attraction, rejection, and indifference. So for the sake of this breakout, I'll choose only one.
No.
I can keep all the three.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And you're not, I hope you have not represented only one relationship, all.
Achha, okay, all. Oh, okay.
The social atom should, quickly let me show you mine, This is my present day social atom.
Okay.
People with emotional connect. I am here, and then there are so many of them in different places.
Okay. So I'm bringing everybody here in my sheet.
Yeah.
Most of them. Okay, got it.
As many as you can. I mean, I have so many. That's why I said it takes time. Take your time.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
So Rekha, in your slide, there is this line and the dotted line about mutual attraction and mutual rejection.
Yes.
And the mutual indifference as well.
Yeah.
Can you brief a bit more on why would we need this line? Because I'm not able to place them yet.
Okay.
I can place the social atoms on the symbols that you have given, but I can't place myself with the lines. I'll take a pause. Maybe I'll wait for you if you're covering this a bit more in detail later.
So there may not be attraction, rejection, indifference at all. That's fine.
Okay.
See, this is not all compulsory, but if you feel that there is for instance, there is a mutual rejection, okay, which means that this person is there in my life, okay, this is a significant person in my life, but there is a sense of rejection either way, which means I feel this one shouldn't be there, that one feels I shouldn't be there. That's a mutual rejection, and I represent it over there.
Okay.
Actually, to make it even more interesting, but okay, later on, maybe I can give that as an additional thing if someone wants to expand it further, that you can color code the different relationships. Result of choice, result of acceptance, and result of necessity. There are some relationships which are necessary, but they are not necessarily those I have accepted, and they are not my choice. They take on a different meaning then. But we'll leave it for now.
Rekha, there is a question.
Yeah.
In reference to your psychodrama, the social atom that you projected,
Yeah.
There is no line.
It is more?
Why there are no lines actually? There are no lines in your
Good observation. We'll leave it there. See, what are we doing this social atom for? We are going to take this now and then we are going to interpret it. This is what we do using our right brain. Now we are going to feed all of this to the left brain and we are going to interpret it. But that was a good observation. Anybody wants to just like that show your social atom? Wants to take a risk and show it? I'll stop sharing my screen. Just so that I know that, you'll have kind of. Yes.
Can you see that, Rekha?
No, I can't. Okay, I can see something. Okay. Done. Fine.
Can you see, Rekha?
Yes, I can see. Thank you. So if everybody is done, there are some people who are not going to be able to be in the breakout room. How will we organize this, Ranjit? You're on mute.
I mean, like, you and me won't be there in the breakout, but so 44. So how do you think? Is it 4 per room, 3 per room?
No, no, 2 per room I want.
2 per room, right? So 44, 22 rooms, 44.
Or you can break everybody out and then whoever is not joining will see who else can be partnered with them. Like that. I mean, up to you.
There are a few people who have expressed that they may not be able to join the breakout due to
Yes. Yes.
We'll see. We'll put everybody into the breakout and see people.
Yeah, okay. So everybody is done, right? I mean, if there is somebody who is not done, please give me a thumbs up that you aren't done yet. Okay. No thumbs up means everybody is done. Okay, so now we'll go into the breakout room, and this is what you will do in the breakout room. Okay.
Let me open the breakouts.
Yeah, so this is what you're going to do. You're going to be doing coaching using the social atom. So you set yourself up as A and B, client and coach. Someone goes as client, someone goes as coach. The client will share their social atom and talk about it. You will explain what you have drawn and why you have drawn and so on. The coach's job is to listen intently, be observant, and see what questions you want to ask around that social atom, which will evoke awareness. CC7, that's where we are going to use it, right? Evoking awareness. And doesn't matter if it is, so you see, if it is a future based, your questions might be different. If it is a present day one, your questions might be different. I'm not going to give you any guidelines about what questions you can ask. It's all free will. See what comes up for you and share how you felt doing it. Okay?
A few people who have expressed, but we may not be able to individually remove people from the room. For now, we'll create 21. If you are not able to participate, you can either come out of the room or not join the room. We'll try to reassign.
Yeah, that sounds good, Ranjit.
Yeah.
So everyone got what you're supposed to do in the room. So do that for 10 minutes one side, then switch, do 10 minutes the other side. Okay, so you're getting 20 minutes in all for doing this exercise in the room. What is the objective? The objective is to give you a sense of how social atom can be used in a coaching environment or in a coaching scenario for evoking awareness. The awareness can be evoked for anything. Insights about self, about their life, about the future, about the past, anything is possible. Have fun. Yeah.
I'm opening the room 20 minutes and you will be notified about a minute before the room closes. Okay. And those who cannot join, just stay back, and people who do not have a partner, come back to the main room. We'll try to reassign. Request those who have not accepted, please accept and join the room. Your partner might be waiting there.
This is Amita. There's nobody in the room.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll just give me a minute or so.
Sure.
We'll pair you with others.
Some people are raising their hand.
Mr. Ranjit, there was nobody in room number 7, but it was allotted, and I'm also driving.
Yeah,
I thought if somebody is there, so I can just join on voice at least, but nobody joined.
I can join. There was no one in room number 4.
Room number 4. Okay.
Room number 3 as well.
Room number
21, and nobody joined.
20 as well.
16 as well.
Let us start reassigning.
So mine was room number 18. So
room number 18, I will assign somebody. So if you could, you stay in room number 18. I will have.
How do I go to room number 18 now?
Okay. What is your
Amitava?
Okay, Amitava, just give me.
Ranjit, there is one more option where you can just create rooms, let the participant join, based on, there is a freedom. There is that option, but I'm not sure you can do it now.
Automatically, now it may be difficult. Shiva, you don't have a partner, right? So
no, I didn't have anybody, so I came back.
And Amitva, which room were you mentioning? 21?
18.
So I'll send
yeah.
Shiva to 18.
But issue is, how do I go there? You have to arrange.
Yeah, I'm trying to move you there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to 18 now.
Yeah, Amitva, move to 18.
It is showing at 19. You can go there.
Oh, I'll move you to 18 then.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Sai, Danya?
Yeah, Ranjit, lovely here. My room was 21, it seems, but.
Okay, you 21. Sai, I'll move you to 21. Lovely, I'll also move you to 21. Okay.
Okay.
Lovely.
Mine was 4.
Hey, Ranjit, I was in 14.
Okay, you were in 14 now. Okay, now you want to move back to 14?
Yeah, I mean, there isn't anyone there, so I guess.
Yeah, 14, where is 14?
Ranjit, you want me to help you in this? Anyway.
Please. This
Yeah. So you're handling 21. Daya was in 4 and Raj was in 18.
14.
14.
And I was in 8. This is Ritu here.
Oh, but I can't do anything. I'm not, I think.
So no one joined me in 8. That's why I'm back here.
Back, right? 8, right? Okay.
So we had
Yeah, I
4,
was on
8.
4.
Okay, I'll move 2 people to 8. Raj, you were on 14, right? Let me move.
I'll wait. You can move them to 14.
Ranjit, first you move these two to 21, na? Sai and Lovely.
Yeah.
Sai and Lovely to 21. Participants, Sai. Okay, I think I was moved to 21. Sai, I'm moving you to 21.
What
You can
happened?
move me also.
If you make me the co-host, I can also do this.
Yeah, I think I'll just do that. Yeah, I'm moving Lovely also to 21.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me.
Yes.
Okay. And we had somebody in 4,
Yeah,
right?
Priyo.
I was in 4.
Priyo.
Yeah, I made you also the co-host.
Okay, Priyo and
now who is Raj? You are waiting, right? Sorry.
Yeah, I think
way for me to do a course in more exposure to psychodrama in coaching.
Hello.
so I can share with you program details of program which I have done, Ramesh.
Okay.
One-on-one later.
Sure. Done. I sent you a LinkedIn invite. Maybe you'll connect on LinkedIn.
Yeah, I got that.
Right. Yeah.
I think everybody is back. I'm not sure is still.
Let me see the breakout rooms.
I think all are back.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Yeah. So let's look at sharing. So from both the roles, I hope everyone got to play both roles. Was there any pair that didn't get to swap roles? No? Okay, everyone got okay. Okay, so let's talk about what you learned. What was your experience as a client? What was your experience as a coach? And what new insights did you get? Very simple. You may choose to answer one or all, or none. So just raise your hand and we'll call you out. If you're waiting for your neighbor to put up their hand.
Kabir can go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Priyo has put up. Kabir has put up his hand?
Yes.
Yeah.
As a single hand.
Yeah, okay, Kabir, go.
Yeah, for me as a client, I could get insight about my connection with money, and also something which I've been working that how is it connected with my involvement in coaching as well as my social engagements? Where is the distraction come? And a very interesting metaphoric experience happened that the money is asking me, just like a girlfriend, what is the effort that you are making? You desire to have me in your life, but what is the effort appropriate to that? Look at the two, your coaching, your effort in coaching and your effort in your social engagement. Then you will get an answer that why I'm not coming to you the way that you are liking and you are desiring. Very interesting metaphoric insight I had as a client.
Got it. So if you looked at both the objects, right? How far were they from you? Were they equally far from you, or one was closer to you and the other was less?
Yeah, this though I have kept the NGO far from the other two, but it was not sufficient. So the insight came, and the question answer the question was that I will keep money more closer to me. That was the insight in the position.
Got it. Thank you. Thanks, Kabir. Priyo? I'm just going in the order in which I can see raised. Yes, Priyo.
Thank you. Me and the person who joined, I don't want to say the name, it was very interesting. We only had like 8 minutes, so almost 4 minutes each,
Oh.
because of the little bit of confusion in the beginning. But only thing which I want to say is, even in that 8 minutes, it was I realized this is a very interesting tool to explore the psyche of a person, you know. So as a client and as a coach, it was very interesting. What I observed was, you know, we less how do I say, uh, less restrictive you make this tool, like give the freedom for them to write whatever they want, or you know how, I think the more powerful it gets, because it lets them focus on what is predominantly going on in their life. So that was the key I took away. So it showed me what I'm very much looking forward to, or I'm focused on, where the focus right now is. And that shows where your energy is, you know, that's where everything happens, right? So that was a very interesting observation. Thank you.
Got it. Thank you, Priya.
Good play.
Sai?
Yeah, so there are a couple of insights as a coach, as a client. So one immediate insight which I got was that when you put your thoughts on paper in the form of a visual representation, as a coach, when you ask about it, your curiosity level is higher. There is no judgment. So you come from an absolute place of curiosity. So why did you put it there? Why is it a scenes like this? So I really love that aspect of it. And as a client, it was a very nice way in which I articulated my rejection, because I have processed that rejection several times. But when I put it out there in the visual format, and when somebody asks about it, and when somebody whom I don't know, and when I had to explain it to that person, that articulation took a different shape, and I was very happy with it. And when I played the role of a coach, something really interesting came up was that we explored the rejection and the mutual attraction. So initially we explored the rejection, and we realized that, okay, certain core values were challenged. And as we explored which core values were challenged, all of a sudden, my partner, she realized that, oh, these are the same values which actually fuel the attraction as well. So that was a very beautiful insight, wherein, sometimes it is a challenging of certain values which you uphold, which causes the rejection, and at the same time, it is the same values which help you connect with them. So these are my insights. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful exercise.
Awesome. Wow, so much got done, huh, in such short time. Thank you, Sai. Preeti? Hi.
So yeah, first of all, for me personally, it was a challenge to draw something. It's not easy to write and draw and come to an acceptance.
You saw mine, right? Yeah.
Yes. So acceptance is needed, and you need the courage to draw. Okay, there are hidden things which we do not want to say or write. So for me, that was a little difficult, but I drew in all honesty whatever I could. Rather, I have a question, and this is something which came up when I was discussing it with my fellow, coach also. The lines, Rekha. It was, and I did focus a lot on, lines. Being a good student of yours, I was trying to do it very nicely, but my problem is that the lines cannot be fixed because they're situational. I may have a fight with my husband today. I may not talk to him for 10 days. That is complete disconnection. Then something will happen and we'll get very close and, bonded. So the lines cannot be fixed. So how do I draw the line? I really struggled with that, And then I did draw, like I did a sum total and then I drew the lines. But that is where maybe you want to answer now or later, because that is something which was a little unsettling for me, because it cannot be like a permanent line. For me, I think the only solid line was with the animals, because I love animals. So that is a solid line. There is no denying to it that it could be dotted or it could be broken. But other lines, we could not, put forward. And the same thing came, when I was talking to my coachee also. She was explaining about her relationship with somebody in the family, and then over the years it has become gray. It has faded. Like there was a disconnect, but as you grow old, as you age, right, things change over a period of time. So I think that came as one of the questions.
First of all, thank you for being so open and vulnerable and willing to take a risk, Kriti, because yeah, it's not easy to put yourself out there on paper, right? Yeah, true. So the short answer to your question is that if there is no major pattern emerging, then you don't draw the line. That's it. So if something is happening today and not happening the next day, it is not a pattern. But if it's something which has been there for a significant period of time, yeah, and it stands out like that for you, then you draw it. You don't draw it others. In my atom, for instance, there are no lines. So that was the question asked to me, right? So what does that mean? Does it mean that I'm not connected with anything? That was a shocker for me. How come? Then, yeah, so lines you don't want to draw, you don't draw. Yeah, because if it is, we will have that kind of a thing, right? Today we'll have it with children also, right?
Yes.
It's not like we are forever love emotion for our children also, right? We don't. Then what does that mean? Yeah, does that help?
Yes, it helps. So now I know why there were no lines in
Yeah.
yours.
Thank you. Yeah. Shailaja.
Yeah, so thanks. I think this was very intriguing, Rekha. Really, really enjoyed it. And when you were talking about, the circle and the square and all of that, I think for myself, I don't know why I just made it like a square, and which was more gender agnostic and enterprise. So, um, I mean, I'm a female. I associate myself as a female, married. I have a child, but it's just the opportunity to see yourself beyond gender was big. So that was at the core. And yeah, all the close relation, my family, my husband, my child, my mom, my spiritual master, my NGO, my relation with money, all of that is all together, very close to me. And then there are certain areas, relations with which I have reconciled, right? That it's not going to work. So there's a mutual indifference. Some family members are deceased. So that's all outer, the periphery, the last circle. What was interesting was when I was talking to my coach, and I think he also brought this up. When I'm looking at my relation with money and my job, it has been very integral, right? And it goes together along with spiritual energy. And right now, since like a couple of days, I was struggling about coaching because it's so new that whether it'll be commercially viable or not. And there were a lot of questions popping up in my head. But I think today what I realized was that if it's the relation with money and spiritual is so harmonious, then it should absolutely manifest even in coaching. So that is just a takeaway, and thank you for this because I have been just thinking about it for last 24 hours. And how all of this is going to come together, what will happen. There are a lot of voices outside which keep, impacting your goals. But this has been helpful. I need to obviously think more on this and meditate, but it's been helpful. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Shailaja. Yeah, Sanjukta.
Yeah, hi. Good evening to everyone. It was insightful exercise. I was the coachee first. I was the client, and as I drew, I realized I had made lines for everyone, but there was no line for a certain person, and that person I had not met because she was my grandmother who passed away before I was born also. And but what was the reason why I placed her? So it brought about certain values that I aspire or that I really respect and look forward to having in myself. So, and I didn't realize that, I'm placing those values when I place this person there, and I didn't draw the line there. So that was insightful for me. And as a coach also, when I was coaching, the insight that I got was how we view ourselves and how perspectives can be different. So for someone like my client, she drew everything as squares. So family was a square. So some people might be viewing them as institutions rather than individuals. So how we are viewing the world, how we are viewing ourselves, and our relationship to different institutions or objects or things. So that perspective is what came to light. And I wanted to ask this to you also. See, we just compared our things, and also we gave our patterns also names. So I called mine a web, and she called hers a like a solar system. So it was very interesting to note how we perceived our social atomic structure as. But interestingly, she had a small piece of paper, and her diagram filled the entire page. And I had a full A4 size sheet paper, but mine was just in the center of the page, all small. And I was just curious to know, what could be the significance of that. That, I told her I started off thinking that maybe I'll have to expand, so I just left space. But then when we looked at it, both of us had the same thought, why is it like that?
Yeah, interesting, right? Thanks for bringing that up. So when we look at lines, mutual attraction, mutual rejection, and indifference, and so on, are we also looking at, for instance, how big and small are the shapes? How close they are to us, how far they are from us, right? So there could be some which are far away but large. What does that mean? Then there could be some which are far away and small. What does that mean? There could be some which are close by and large, and then close by and small. You might find that you have not put yourself at the center at all. You might find you have put yourself somewhere in one corner and everything else is flowing from there. What does that mean? Are you not at the center of your own life? What does that mean? Right? And so there are so many questions that we can ask based on the appearance of the diagram, right? The distance, the size, the shape, the connection, the placement on the paper, all of these, it doesn't happen by accident. Yeah. All of this has a certain meaning. And so what is the meaning that I associated with it when I drew it that way is what will give me awareness of what's going on. So these are good questions to have, like I still don't have an answer as to why I didn't have any connectors to any of these entities. So many entities around me. And why did I give myself a heart shape? I didn't even say square, I'm a heart. What does that mean? When very clearly we were given instructions of a circle and a square and a triangle. And why did I have to go out of all those shapes and pick up a shape which was not there in the notation? So all these are things which we can keep reflecting on. And, when we have a thinking partner with us who can ask those questions, then maybe some more stuff comes out, because we may not ask ourselves all the questions because we don't want to really confront answers, right? It helps when somebody else asks. Yes, Lalita.
Hi, thank you so much. It was a great exercise partnering with my partner in this in the breakout room. So I just want to keep it short. I think 8:30 we've got to close. I'll just take a minute, right? So mainly, you did talk about this, the proximity and the intensity and the size of the, the notation, and that is typically that's what is related. That is the insight I got right now. So when I was getting coached by my partner in the breakout room, so what came up was there is a certain conflict, somewhere, because, one is it was very difficult to fill it up. It requires a lot more practice to fill it out. So one of the conflict with some old friend, I'm still not resolving. Then, as we are discussing right now, what struck me was, why is it I'm still holding on to it? Normally I go and resolve. This person, where I'm in the center and this person is far away, a little away in the distance, in the proximity. And also the line that I had made was tiny. So it's a realization to me, it is not bothering me as much. It is not so important for me. But then when I was talking with my coach in the breakout room, I did realize probably I can do it. It'll make me feel good. But then am I in an urgency? No. Then I looked at the diagram. This person is away. And also the notation is tiny. So that's a very interesting insight for me.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So that's about sharing. Anybody?
One question, like question
Yes.
or more is
We are coming to questions.
Can we add color? Can we add colors to it?
You can add colors to it. So I was talking about these relationships, right? Some are relationships which we have chosen. Some are relationships which we have accepted. And some are relationships which have been thrust upon us, but we have to live with them. We don't apparently have any choice, right? Because these are necessary relationships. Like, let us say, I'm in a job, or I have a disliked co-worker. It's a necessary thing. I have to live with it. Doesn't mean I have to accept it. It's not my choice, right? Then there are some which we have accepted because, let's say, some family members we have accepted. We don't have a choice in choosing our family of origin, but we have accepted those. So then you can color code those and then look at what that means also to make it richer. Yeah.
Ranjit, do we have time because 8:30?
8:30 we could extend, like we can go for another few more minutes. If people have questions, as we are open to questions now.
Yeah.
Question, does no line mean neutral?
No line means no connection actually, not neutral. So if there is no connection, why is that thing there on your atom at all? That is the question to ask. So either it means that you are not acknowledging the connection because you have put the figure there, right? That means it's there. So then you don't want to acknowledge the connection, or you're afraid what about the connection. You don't know what it is. So it's a good thing to take courage and call it out so that you're free of it, right?
So Rekha,
I'll be sharing the book. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Can I? I mean, I was just thinking this is, I was able to think of the mind map exercise of Tony Buzan's. This is just a kind of a glorification. Of course, it's brilliant. That is something in a color scheme, and you have that circle. And I was exactly able to relate to the mind map, which I turn up using quite often for brainstorming and things like that. Yeah.
So now how the social atom can be used further? These nodes now, if you want to work on any particular node, we can take that and we can make it into a drama and work with a psychodrama. So you can use the social atom as an input to creating social psychodramas also.
Yeah.
So so I just wanted to know that this was about psychodrama in coaching. I hope you'll have got a sense of how you can use some of the techniques, right? There are other techniques also, role interview and role reversal and mirror and chair work and all. But this is a very, social atom is a very agnostic kind of a tool. Yeah, it doesn't have any nuances of therapy which will be scary for your clients. So you can use it. Questions?
Yeah, I had two questions, Rekha. You answered it. I wanted to ask that how do you relate this with psychodrama? So, so thank you for answering that. And what I felt also is that what we did as the entire activity with a dominating right brain activity. But during the coaching session, the experience was that the left brain agreed to it like a gel. There was no conflict in that. So how does that work out usually? Is it
So
the
the
brain
left
acts
brain,
as one thing, or how does it work out?
left brain's job is to only analyze the data which has been given at face value, right? So all the emotions, feelings, etc. are presented to the left brain, and that is what it is using to analyze. Also, when we are sharing the atom, I don't know if it happened in any room, but many a times when we are talking about these relationships and what they mean and the distance and size and so on, there are emotions that might come up. So how do you then deal with these emotions, and how will the left brain process these emotions, right? That will be the question. Bringing those emotions out is the job of the right brain, which is what we are doing through this exercise.
Yeah.
Next step is
Are there any YouTube videos on psychodrama?
Loads of them. But I will just share in the chat the link, the book. It's a very good book. Maybe you want to. In fact, it's over here in one of my slides. I'll just put it on there. So, any more questions? I know we are beyond time, but Kabir has raised his hand. So, I guess, Ranjit, if people want to leave, they can leave. And those who want to stay?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think those who want to stay can stay. We have few more minutes. You have
Thank
questions.
you very much.
Can I?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I need to leave because I'm traveling, but I don't want to leave without giving a few words to Rekha. With my experience in learning psychodrama of 4 years, and later then I studied this, practice this coaching, and you are my mentor also. So it was so curious always that how do you integrate different disciplines with this? So though I use it in my coaching practice, I was always curious to know that how do I present the psychodrama and coaching to the coaching community. And this session was so inspiring for me because this social atom is a very rich, wide concept and tool, and you very simply used it and presented it. And also you use breakout room for the people to experience it. So a high note of appreciation before I leave. I thought that otherwise it will be less to you as you are my mentor in coaching. And with this, I wish I will have a couple of mentoring sessions, how to use it and how to bring it more to the community.
Sure,
Most
we can do
likely
that.
I do. Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Kabir. And I hope that this has given you some direction to how you can build it in your coaching
Yeah,
practice.
sure.
Talk about it with others also.
Yeah, sure. I'll take your support.
Thank you, Kabir.
So
Yeah,
thank you. I'm leaving because I'm traveling.
sure. Thank you. Bye. I just wanted, Sai had made some very interesting point, which I wanted to reiterate, and it has slipped now. Sai, can you share what you shared?
Well, one was with respect to the visual representation, which induces curiosity rather than judgment. Second was core values. Yeah.
Got it. So about the curiosity, yeah. Interesting, right? So that you can actually be childlike curious about the diagram and shape and size and distance and all that. And very beautiful. That's a very interesting point. And that's so important as a coach to have. Thank you. Yeah, I will show the slide of the book. 1 minute. So it was there on this notation thing. One sec. Okay, can you see that? On the right-hand side, The Living Stage, a step-by-step guide to psychodrama, Tian Dayton, 2009. I can put it in the chat box if you like. There it is. Thank you very much, everybody,
Thanks for a great session, Rekha.
for the space. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.